All right. I think everything is loading up. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, just sitting here sipping a little bit of water. And I would chat with you guys and gals and get a Q&A going. I didn't even pick a topic today, guys. I don't even have a topic. The topic is let's just get in. Let's talk. Let's get some conversations going and see what people want to talk about, see what they want to do. And let's just get it flowing. Good evening, Coach. How you doing, Lars? Had a lot I had to get done today. Been kind of a busy afternoon. I was worried I was not going to get time to get a live stream done this afternoon, but it did. It turned out okay. I still got some other videos I probably want to get uploaded too, but we managed to get the workout done. Got a great workout. Got everything done I needed to do. A lot of business I had to sort. Um, so yeah, I had an errand I had to go run with someone else, but that's all resolved. So we're good. So I'm going to get in. I'm going to chat with you, lovely people. It's early enough in the afternoon. I think we're just now starting Inspired. I'm literally 1 minute into this. Like you were there. Had a good workout today too, right? We're hitting PRs on the bench rep work. We're hitting PRs on the tricep work. I'm hoping that's going to come along well. I want to see those go up. So at this point, let's recomp. Let's get a little leaner, and let's just get stronger. What are my training goals? You don't watch the training vlogs? I document all my training and goals every week. At this point, recomp, get more athletic, get my strength back up. No, I don't game anymore, Gangster. I honestly think video games are a big waste of time for guys. I used to do a lot of gaming. I am generally of the opinion that they're unproductive. And I mean, I like painting Warhammer and stuff still, but I haven't even played Warhammer. Eventually, I'll get back into that when my time allows for it. But I enjoy painting. Right, I've won some trophies and awards for some of my painting of my models, but I don't video game. I still have an Xbox Series X, but I don't play any games on it. I just use it for, watching stuff. I use it for streaming. My bedroom TV. No, I'm not gonna. I never played any of the GTA's. Thoughts on Machiavelli's philosophy of life? Is it too cold and calculated? Philosophies on life, or his philosophies of political intrigue? I'm very familiar with Niccolo Machiavelli. Right? I've read The Prince. I mean, does this come as any shock? I mean, people who really have watched me long term, does this come as a surprise that I'm familiar with the works of Machiavelli? All right. All right. And it can be cold and calculated. I mean, he told you how to rise to power. He taught you the rules of political. A good person. So I suppose it depends on what it is that you were trying to do in life. Like some of his stuff, I think that's what I would say with someone like Machiavelli, that you have to personally balance your own morals and ethics against his advice on political intrigue. Because quite frankly, he was a psychopath, right? So if you were going to really try to follow his stuff to all the way through, you pretty much have to be on the dark triad, right? In terms of psychology. So again, I think for anyone who's familiar with it, you also have to balance your own sense of morals with it. What teachings or philosophy do you subscribe to? I don't know that I do. Jesus Christ. There we go. Thoughts on Matthew McConaughey running for he won't make it. Matthew McConaughey cannot win in Texas. It won't happen. It's not like he hasn't done this before, by the way. It's not like he hasn't tried this in the past and didn't get very far. Right? He's talked about Texas politics a long time. He can't win here. There's no way. He won't win a popular vote. Right? What do you mean muted? What's muted? Did the sound go silent? My sound shows that everything's good. I don't see any muting. It's recording my mic fine. What are you talking about? Said, well, why would you assume that? There are many genius people who are religious. It's picking my mic up according to the tubes. It says that it's getting bars directly from me. So You guys might want to tell Gronkster it's him. Sound is fine. Yeah. It's just you, dude. It's your device. It's your device on me. Yeah, you can hear. Yeah, it's all you, man. So turn your sound up, dude. Oh, man. But yeah, I was happy with training today. I want to get the shoulders back. I've been doing a lot of shoulder, different mobility stuff this weekend. I'm going to get that fixed. But in the meantime, we're going to double down on tricep work, double down on arms. We went over to box squats this week. You know, but all of it's good. What do we got coming in for messages? All right. Okay. Sorry. Important client message. All right. So back over to you guys. Right. But yeah, training, the workout went really good today, other than missing the deadlift. But I need my hamstrings to get stronger again. So I threw the reverse hypers back in. It's up, man. The tubes messes up sometimes. This streaming setup that they have has a lot of problems, whether it's on the mobile, whether it's on the desktop. It bugs out. Like Facebook, my Facebook is flawless all the time, but the tubes just messes up a lot. But what else we got, guys? What else we got? Inspired, I could make a very serious case for religion, even scientifically. I don't want to argue that. That's not going to be the purpose of my channel or even my lives, though. There's a lot of things I've seen in biology, though, that lend me to believe in God. Hey, Inspire, we're not really gonna do gear talk in these. If you want gear talk, you can hire me. All right. I do consultations, but because I'm streaming on multiple platforms, some of which with stricter rules, we're just not going to do gear talk. But if you're interested in a consultation, I do gear consultations. They are $100 an hour, and I do them. People pay for them, so I'll be happy to discuss your situation there in a professional environment. But as far as a public discussion, no, that's going to have to just go away. And I don't care that someone else got away with it. It's irrelevant. I have too much to lose. So, not worth it. Not when if you guys really and truly wanted the info bad enough, you'd hire me. So, right? Very straightforward. All right. I don't know anything about Trump's cure for autism. Your post is my entire knowledge of it. So what you just wrote is the first I have heard about it. Right here in this stream. That's now everything. What you've written is everything that I know about it. I don't even know if it's actually real or you didn't just make it up. That's how little I know on the topic. Last time I checked, Trump was not a medical doctor. Now, he might have stated a Holiday Inn Express, but to my knowledge, he is not a medical doctor. Unless I missed something and was unaware that he was. Okay. Someone could clue me in there. I didn't know he was a doctor. All right. I thought he was a businessman, turned entertainer, turned president. Right? Yeah, it's just kind of weird. So it is weird that you just brought that up out of nowhere. I don't know why. Right? I mean, I'm discussing current issues around the world, of course, in these streams. But, what I don't want to do, though, is support or endorse candidates. It's not going to be part of what we do here, though. All right. So I want to be very careful of that to where it's going to sound like I'm endorsing any specific candidates. Because, again, that's not right. I mean, maybe there'll come a time when I will, but I'm not trying to do that. So How likely will radical Islam? I have no idea. I don't know. Who knows, man? Um, and again, I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on a lot of topics, but you're asking me something of that degree. I don't know that I'm qualified to answer that question. Maybe, maybe. I am hoping that we as a species are not stupid enough to go to a nuclear war. But then again, the fact that we're trusting AI to everything already says that we are really dumb. That's why I get frustrated. People are like, well, this is going to go. I would trust my coaching to AI. You should take your business. It's like, are you guys not looking? Did you guys miss all the science fiction that I grew up with? I'm just saying. And look at all the research that's happening with AI. One, the stuff it gets wrong. Like AI flat gets so much stuff wrong. Number two, all these things, if you look at the leading experts and programmers, are having problems with AI getting better at tricking and lying to the watchers. You know what I mean, guys? I think that's a bigger threat. I think the largest current threat to the survival of humanity in the near future will be AI, particularly when we reach superintelligence. I've even seen some top programmers and experts involved with it say when we reach superintelligence, there's a 20% chance it wipes out the human race immediately. Right? And everyone wants to trust it to write your programming. It's like, all right, guys. Yeah, getting into healthcare is interesting, with the idea of an MD relying on it is scary, right? Absolutely. Yeah. Relying on it for anything important. Relying on it for anything important. Is humanity's enemy really humanity? I don't know that that's always the case. I mean, we've spread pretty far and pretty wide at this point. We have problems, but realistically, that's the funny thing I always find fascinating, right? It's not as intelligent as a human, though, inspired. No. Mm-mm. Look how much it can't even draw fingers. It can't even summarize research correctly. How often have you seen AI summarize whole topics, and then you go look at it and you can debunk its conclusions with current meta-analysis? 50% of the time. I don't think it's very good at all. I am not impressed. And even the top experts have pointed out it is not as intelligent as humans yet. We're not there. So, but back over to your other point, Grokster, you talk about humanity being its own. And compared to what, though? I always find fascinating when people say silly stuff like the morality of humans versus the animal kingdom. And it's like, you clearly don't know much about the animal world. I think on average, we're far more moral. Isn't okay? What species isn't? What species isn't violent to some degree? I don't think you know much about animals. I don't think we're more violent than most other higher mammals. We're the only ones who have a concept of right and wrong about it, for the most part. Any animal. Rabbits. Let's go everything from rabbits to wolves to cattle. Please take your higher mammals. Yep. Right? So, again, observe the animal world. No, we're not more violent than any other animal. What separates us is the concept of a morality around it. All right, over on Facebook, Ronnie says, greetings, coach. I've been doing 1 arm standing dumbbell presses, 1 arm at a time. Been doing them once a week for the last 3 months, getting along rapidly. I was wondering if you ever incorporate this into your training, and if so, do you like them? Did you get? I like them. My problem is I still struggle with being able to lock out overhead with my shoulders as they are. I've been continuing to work on it, but I can't really do overhead pressing at the moment. I've done wider varieties of overhead pressing. I've done single arm presses, double arm presses, dumbbells. I've done strict presses, clean and presses, push presses, behind the neck push presses. I've done all sorts of overhead. I used to live on overhead pressing. I wish that I could do it again. I will eventually. But no, I think that's a perfectly good exercise. I think the one arm dumbbell press is actually a good movement. Morality comes from somewhere, depending on who you ask. Would it be God or a person decided it? There were other humanoid species that had moralities and believed in gods that are extinct. Do we know that they did? Do we know that they did? What I'm saying is we're stopping ourselves from advancing. How so? Grokster, how are we stopping ourselves from advancing as a civilization? In what way? I think we've advanced all over the place as a civilization. I think there's definitely a lot of degeneracy in our civilization. Inspired. So let's be specific. Are we talking about Homo erectus? Are you talking about Neanderthalensis? What are we talking about? Explain yourself. But what evidence do you have that any of these species believed in gods? Now, keep in mind that we don't have a lot of data and they were very long-lived. Right? World politics, ideology. Okay, Youngster. But are those entirely holding us back? I'm not saying there aren't problems in it. Let's be clear. There are issues in all of those things. But are they truly holding us back? So, but is that necessarily a bad thing? I mean, realistically, how did all the humans who we have today get here? All of your ancestors, what do you mean infighting? You come from a line of thousands of generations of conquerors. You are aware of this, right? Every human on Earth came from the line of winners. Like the building of civilization as we have it today was a result of your ancestors for tens of thousands of years, thousands and thousands of years, destroying, defeating, conquering, enslaving, killing off. And yet civilization continued to grow. And I'm not morally necessarily justifying that, by the way. Right? But I'm simply stating reality. Right? So what are the different types of muscle contraction? Why are you going to ask me something like that? Why don't you just go Google the answer to your questions rather than ask me something that you're searching for? So this tells me a lot about what you're trying to do here as a general rule. Right? There's a certain personality type that goes with asking a question. You're here with an agenda. Okay. Does body fat both hinder and help deadlift performance? I feel like bracing is so much easier when fat. I mean, deadlifts technically hinder. Well, it's a fitness, but think about that. Usually when people try to start delving into something like that, a textbook type answer, instead of a discussion of programming or biomechanics, it's generally a troll, Harley, who are seeking it for the purpose of catching me in something. And I've seen it. It's not new. So it's like, let me be clear. This is a repeat pattern. Makes sense? Like I'm kind of used to it at this point. My opinion is we're on the brink of World War III. We've been on the brink of World War III many times. Is it more advantageous in strongman to be fast twitch, muscle dominant, or slow? I mean, every sport, fast twitch can be beneficial. The term fast twitch dominant is misleading for a human, though, right? Meaning you have more fast twitch than the average human is what you mean. There's no such thing as a fast twitch dominant human. Do you have an above average amount compared to the average person? Well, I mean, perfect example. He's asking about fast twitch. We ask about different training programming modality. But when people go seeking textbook type answers that they could just simply go look up, rather than asking my opinion as a coach, it's always a troll, and they're always looking to prove me wrong in some way. So that's the entire point of the question. Harley, I'm not stupid. You know fully well what you're doing. Now, I'm not dumb. Here, I apologize. Harley, is it gone yet? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, he's actually talking about, okay. Hey guys, is it gone? The word stupid written on my forehead because clearly it was there. So hopefully, let me make sure. All right. Is it gone now, guys? Okay. Does anybody still see it? You guys let me know. All right. Gibson, not an Epiphone. Yes, sir. That is a Gibson Les Paul Traditional Pro 5. Her name, John, you want to know her name? Her name is Vivian. Sorry, it's not Vivian, it's Vanessa. Her name is Vanessa. She's a dirty, dirty girl, and she makes really dirty sounds. All right. All right, but World War III is going to be worse than World War II. I hope that never happens because humans get bored. I don't think we start wars because we get bored. I think we start wars over strife, ideology, or maybe people forget what it's like. Yeah. But to be fair, John, Epiphones are not bad. One of my bros, actually two of them have an Epiphone. And I played it, and it's pretty nice. Like he's got one of those Slash signature Epiphones. Okay, it's very hard to tell it apart from a Gibson. Like I'm not gonna lie. Now, you and I, if real musician, we do know there's something special about a Gibson, right? It's just you know what I'm talking about when you hold it in your hand. Just something about the wood. It's a different quality. People are still talking about racism, right? Oh man. But World War III is going to be worse than World War II. I hope it never happens because humans get bored. They don't start wars. Grunkster, I mean, what did Einstein say? Dingleberry says, and people are still talking about racism. That's the only thing I see that you wrote. That was your first post. Sorry, guys. But as Einstein said, he didn't know what weapons would be used to wage World War III, but he said World War IV would be fought with sticks and stones. What's my best proof for the truth of God? Best single point nobody's ever shown a scrap of evidence is called faith. I don't claim to know he's true. You do, so the burden is on you. My own observation, afraid about seeing it couldn't have been coincidence. Are you looking for something deeper? Right? Hey, Dingleberry, I don't know your reference. Thousands of hits of what? I don't know what you were talking about. Your post is not readable that you're referring to. I don't see it, dude. All right. Back over to the point of inspired by insomnia. How about the DNA transcription and translation process? I don't know what you're talking about right now. You're just mentioning it. Is that a porn site or something? What are you doing? I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever post you made didn't go through. You're going to have to restart over. All right. Well, I'm not a man of great faith. I have my own doubts and fears. Are you familiar with the transcription and translation process? Like, have you ever looked at it closely? Or the way that we replicate a gene, or the way it's replicated? You're aware that it has a spell checker pretty much, right? Are you aware that it gets it right? Well beyond 99.999% of the time. It double checks behind itself. To me, that's a fascinating point. So for me, you're asking me personally, I see that as a fingerprint of God, right? Just for me personally. Take it for what it's worth. Okay. Steve Stanley. Hey, Jason, 55 years old, history of hypertension and recent knee replacement. To improve cardiovascular health and gain muscle with initial exercise and progression. Oh man, I don't know what to necessarily tell you with the knee replacement, but I would start with a basic strength program, right? I have some free ones. Anything starting strength related, any of my novice programs, even my Ice Cream Fitness 2.0, and just start walking. What happens when you die? Man, that's a lot. That's a lot to unpack. But it doesn't point to God who created God. Well, you don't necessarily need to have a creator. If the point is you're seeing something like that as a mark of divinity, you don't have to have a point of the creator, because what you're looking at in terms of that, looking at the nature of space-time itself. An omniscient being would exist at all points concurrently. They would exist outside of space-time. Right? It's hard to not believe there's a creator, but something that powerful would be unlikely to want to be worshipped. Well, who knows? You're trying to God. Best of luck with that. Is making 200 at 25 to 26 years? I would say that's fantastic. What are the potential risks and precautions to consider with respect to my hypertension? Steve, that's not something I could really cover in a live. That's actually stuff to talk to your medical doctor about, right? That's something to talk to your medical doctor about. I don't know that me giving you advice with this stuff with precautions with your hypertension, without a lot of medical history, without seeing some stuff from your doctor and a one-on-one chat, I don't know that that's prudent in a live stream. It takes more faith to believe that the universe is accidental than to believe it was created. Right? Fair. All right. That covered on Facebook. Still, we got John talking about the Gibsons. Yep. What else we got? What's up, Coach? How you doing, Rodney? The Vino, good point. Exactly, Trill. I tend to agree with that. Is girth or length more important? Well, most ladies will tell you girth. Hello, by the way, Jason. What's up, Davino? Davino, I'm also on Facebook. Check on that later. Sorry, reading. He's asking about his penile, guys. Guys, I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about penises in my streams, man. We're not running that type of stream, dudes. Would you incorporate the Olympic lifts in your program if you had better shoulder mobility? No. Would I incorporate power variations of those movements? Yes. But the actual Olympic lifts, I don't think the Olympic lifts are that useful outside of Olympic lifting. But power cleans, power snatches, push presses, I think those things, but those are not the Olympic lifts. Those are assistance exercises to the Olympic lifts. And they're good all around athletic movements. Get them likes up, guys. Tell them, Scott. Scott, tell them, man, we need to get those likes flowing, to get that outreach flowing, get people in here. Is conjugate the most efficient system for strength gains? I don't know that it's the most efficient. It's very fun though, Steve. I like conjugate. I like programming conjugate. I like doing it from time to time. Conjugate's a fun system. A lot of people get a lot out of it. A lot of my clients get a lot out of it. Efficient system? I wouldn't say that. No. Leonard says, started the conversation with answer my question. Well, now you're asking a separate question, Steve. You've asked two completely different questions. You asked, is it the most efficient system? And then you said, why is it not the superior system? Well, you didn't ask me if it was the superior system yet. So you got to step back and re-ask that as a first question and wait for the answer before you ask me why it's not. You asked me, was it the most efficient? Well, no, I don't think it's the most efficient. Is it the superior system? It could be. It's definitely in the running. So in other words, is it superior enough that you could break world records with it? Could you become a great athlete with it, an elite athlete with it? Yeah. So it's in the running. We could argue about different approaches and protocols being possibly equal, and I think they are. So if we could find multiple things that would count as superior in general, could we count them all? Without pinning down which one absolutely is 100% the be-all, end-all? I don't think that we have to do that, but superior to most systems, yes. It's a great system, right? A lot of the West Side guys did, not all of them. Some of them did. Some of them rotated it in and out. I've known coaches. I know guys who've trained at West Side, and some of them still use it. Some of them don't. Others use variations and approaches from it without staying on conjugate per se, but they still incorporate elements of it. Right? Makes sense? Do you think humans will evolve to more fast twitch dominant than we are now? I doubt it. I mean, it's such that's not how we ran the gazelles down for food, Yo Jacks. What's the point of conjugate? The point of conjugate is to get strong and athletic. That's the point of conjugate. Ironically, Ted and I were joking that it's almost better for strongmen than for powerlifters. Need double-digit likes, all these comments. And I'm telling you, Bino, guys, get those likes up. Come on, what's the problem here? What's the problem here? Why are we not getting them likes flowing? Get them. There we go. We got another one. Let's pick them up. Give Coach some likes. Give me some love up in here. Don't make me sing a love song for y'all. I will. Right? I'll sing a love song like Chef to get them likes up. And he's like, I'm gonna make love to you, woman. Gonna lay you down by the fire and caress your womanly body, make you moan and perspire. Gonna get those juices flowing. Right? The Vino says, no, please don't. We're making love, baby. Right? Right. Someone took a like away. That's a player hater right there. Whoever took that like away just now is a hater. Drinking that hater right there. We go. They gave it back. All right. Let's get back over to some questions. Does bigger make? No, not necessarily. You know, it's Something about the motion of the ocean or the angle of the dangle or whatnot. I don't have these problems. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Right? Something about it's not the angle of the dangle, but the size of the ship, or some stuff dudes with small dicks say. All right, Bill Stevens, for a normal person who just wants to look decent and be strong, what would be better, to push press or strict press? Any reason to switch it up ever? Leonardo, I really don't see your question. You first statement you made was answer my question. You didn't post anything before that I can see in my feed. And then you put, at this point, I think you're just pretending to not see my question. I think you're just making it up, or you got filtered, right? For a normal person, just want to leave me strong. The push press or strict press. Oh man, Bro Cephas, I don't know. I think they could both have their place. I like both. Oh my gosh, the dilemma. How do we decide between the strict press and the push press? I don't know. This is giving me an existential crisis. Oh man, right? I don't have the answer. They're both really good exercises, right? How rare is a 200 press? Relatively rare. Rarer than it should be. But yeah. So both see this. I like both too, man. I think they're both good exercises. What do you think of the health effects of Coke Zero? I slam those. I don't think it's problem. The data showing risk is very, very weak. You know, could we make cases for hypotheticals? But in the grand scheme of things, compared to things most people consume, Coke Zero is probably pretty far down the list of potential concerns, all things considered. You know, right? I mean, having a glass of wine every month is good. How does a coin work? How do you make a coin? I make money making my own coin, and if it's so easy to make money, why doesn't everybody do it? Bench press PR next session. I don't know, man. I mean, the reps keep going up. All my rep work, look, my back off work, I'm PRing. My tricep extensions are PRing, but I feel like those top sets with the 315, they're just not going up yet. But I think I've got to be getting bigger. Do you guys still see the stream? I'm still in the stream, man. What are you talking about, Broside and King of the Broshan? People are saying that wasn't the shooter. I don't know about that, man. Jason, does eating soy cause gyno? No, there's no reason to think that soy causes estrogen. And I'm not trying to be a soy boy. I'm not trying to, look, there's just no evidence. There's no evidence. There's no reason to think that. I think soy can be perfectly healthy. I wouldn't recommend using it as your main protein. I recommend eating an animal source. But there's health benefits for men for soy, and it doesn't cause gyno. The evidence just isn't there, right? Now, Venus like soy tastes like crap. I mean, tofu can be okay in the right context. Banded extensions, yeah, I do those too, but no, my laying extensions, my tricep extensions with the free weights, man, I'm PRing the reps on those. And the same thing, my back off work, dude, I'm doing 245 for 12, all paused after my heavy work. Like, that's coming along. Yeah. Yeah, another 2 weeks, you might be able to replicate it, man, or even get to 5 reps on it. What's worse for your health? Carnivore or Mediterranean diet with moderate alcohol use? Oh my God. I don't know how to answer that one. Pancake, they're both pretty bad. How about we don't do either? That's like asking me, what's worse for your health? Crack or meth? I don't know. How about we don't do either? All right, next. Ken Shiro says, hi, what's up, Ken Shiro? How's it hanging, homie? One of my regulars up in here. I eat semi-carnivore. I bet you eat vegetables, so then you're not carnivore. It's like, I eat semi-carnivore. I eat vegetables and rice. I eat it with veggies. I'm a young man, never drank. Should I start? No, Dingleberry, do not start. My advice to you, you can't become an alcoholic if you don't take your first drink. Have you ever met, I can't even pronounce that. What are you asking me? Feels like, no, it's not. Dingle, if you've never drank, I would implore you not to start. Sam, so my 6-year anniversary since my last drink was February the 18th this year. So as of February the 18th, it's been 6 years since my last drink. I've been sober that long, and we're going to keep going with it. Thank you. Thoughts on doing McGill Big Three for injury prevention and core strengthening? I don't know. I'm not a super big fan of Stuart McGill. What are you writing? What are you talking about? That's a long, crazy title. And Gotham Batman. I'm just going to let you stay. You're entertaining at least. Weighted dips or weighted push-ups? Weighted dips, hands down. This is not even a debate. You really going to ask me weighted dips or weighted dips destroy weighted push-ups? Like straight up, dude. This is not even needed. Wait, it's telling me check my internet connection. That's what Facebook just said. It said your latency is a little catawampus. You know what, guys? All right, so what? My internet connection's unstable, but so would I, but I still work. Right? What's up with that? What happened to Peppermint? Well, it's probably past his bedtime, man. He's in the UK. It's late there. Brother got to sleep. Do weighted dips increase bench? I think they do. Do you have any tips on getting thicker on JM press? I don't need to get my numbers up necessarily. I just need to get a lot thicker for my bench. Why don't you do some other? So look, you just need your triceps bigger. You want to build them tricepticons up, right? I don't think JM press is always the best for that. I like JM presses, right? But it shouldn't be slow from time to time. You know, I have a great connection here, and all my cable, everything has been replaced within the last 2 years. Everything. And they show beautiful latency. Like I'm talking the cable all the way to my modem, down the wall, down the street, has all been replaced. They've come out and done it. So I don't know why we have these problems sometimes. But back over to Twan asking about his tricepticons. Okay, you got to get them tricepticons up. You tried skull crushers, tried weighted dips. Right? Might I implore you to consider those also? How long did you went? I tried veganism. I dabbled in it for about 6 months, around 12 years ago. I don't know what McGill's Big Three is. I'm just familiar with Stuart McGill, and I know some good physical therapists who don't think he's all that. They think he's outdated and a little kooky. Davino says skull crushers and dips are responsible for his ridiculous tries. I don't think you can go wrong with that. So you think weighted dips are better? I like JM presses for some of my guys in phases where they need the tricep strength. But as a straight size builder, like if you just, because you need to get that long head too. Like if you need tricep size, you need all 3 heads. And I feel like the JM press is very lateral head dominant. You know, potentially. I'm just saying, if you really need big triceps, just give them a try. Right? Powerlifters have bigger egos than bodybuilders. I don't know that as a group that's necessarily true. Have you ever tried street? No, I'm not really interested in street lifting. Not really. I mean, I like weighted body weight stuff. I like weighted dips. I like weighted pull-ups. I'm a fan of all these things, but I'm not really interested in street lifting. Dingle, why would you ask something like that, dude? Bro, why do you got to ask these racist ass questions, man? You're not helping me here. All right. You know what I mean, dude? Come on. You gotta chill with this stuff. You know? You gotta chill here, dude. All right. I thank you for your input. I will try it out. Good luck with your journey. I hope that you hit a PR soon on bench. Yeah, we're just trucking along with it, man. Not yet. No, I'm not ready to try to cut to 185 yet. I'm gonna chill around the 209, 210 for a while. That's where I cut to. I'll eventually start working down. Have you tried muscle ups? No, because of just my overall shoulder mobility, which I'm still working on. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't be able to do them. I'm pretty good at pull ups. I can crank out weighted dips. I can do 10 reps with 90 pounds on weighted dips. You know, but there's a technique to a muscle up, you know. It has a certain technique to it. My girlfriend's complaining I'm too vanilla. That means you're not jumping into her kinks in the bedroom, man. You're gonna have to spice it up in the bedroom for her a little bit, pancake. Right? Maybe you have to eat the booty or something. What muscle do women most compliment you on? Usually my chest. Lift. I may start easing into it carefully. I'm going to assess this week now that everything's in a good place. What do you think about Ian Barcy? I'm not sure who that is offhand. The crazy questions in chat, right? Trump just announced Tylenol. What? What? He did not. Shut up, dude. He did not. I hope he didn't. Pancake, that's gross. Well, no, have her wash it first. It's all good, man. It's all about hygiene and cleanliness. All right. What was your favorite subject in school? I mean, that was a long time ago, dude. You realize I'm 48 years old, right? Women complimenting, only men compliment. You don't get compliments from women, guys. You need to get thicker then, man. Dingleberry says he can step in. He's not a problem. All right. Trump called Jim Jong on short and fat. He's talking about his parent. I don't know, man. I could go either direction on that one, honestly. He could have meant other stuff. I don't know. What? Tylenol? What? What are we talking about? He did not. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. Tylenol. What? Trump administration says Tylenol. What? Says I don't what? Tylenol. You know what? I'm going to sit back and I don't know what to say about that. Oh, God. What do I even say? I don't know, man. Oh, God. No offense to my followers, but man, maybe a lot of my followers use a lot of Tylenol. I got to wonder sometimes. The Blaha Army. I'm not hating, I'm just saying. All right. I'm not hating, I'm not judging, just making an observation. Hey, Jason, I have lagging biceps. What lift do you recommend to do? Stick to underhand grip in my pull downs or include do a little bit extra curling, man. I mean, if you need to. Look, focus on pull-up. No, dude, lots of pull-ups will help for baseline. But if you need to do some curls, then do some curls, man. If you have a muscle that's lagging and you feel the need to isolate it a little, by all means, isolate it if you need to. Coach has been unchained with these responses. I've been off the hinges, man. Do you think Jordan Peterson did more harm to men than good? I think he did more harm than good. My opinion. Is it possible to live religiously and eat completely clean for 20 years and still have a plump? Oh, I don't know. Superior lifts. Are you trying to hate on me? He's probably throwing this at me. He's like, I'm talking about you, coach. You got that loose skin. You eat clean. You train, and you still not ripped. You don't look like you're on tons of trend and diuretics and Photoshop. What are you doing wrong, coach? That's what he's saying right there. That's what he's saying. He says, coach, I struggle to masturbate to your physique sometimes. It's really difficult. I need you to get a little tighter, a little leaner for me, if you would, Daddy. That's what he's saying. I understand, Superior. I'm actually at a healthy body fat. What are you worried about? Why you hate? No, but assuming if you were talking about yourself, I mean, it happens. Calorie deficit. Like getting shredded is not necessarily just from eating good. That's all good, Superior. No, I mean, keep in mind, like we've had this discussion before too. Think about the guys who do get really shredded, the influencers out there, and listen to them talk about the BS they go through to get there. Like how much they hate their lives. Just eating healthy and lifting is not going to make most people shredded. It's just not. It'll get you at a healthy body fat, a nice, lean, healthy body fat. But you may not be lean. Okay. How many of these guys are like, dude, I got to chew like a whole pack of nicotine gum every day to not binge to keep my deep abs? Like, do you listen to these guys? So, well, that's what you're doing wrong, man. You're not hitting Clin and nicotine gum and thyroid hormones and obsessing over weighing every last gram of rice. That's why you're not shredded. You know? Does gaining a lot of muscle make you stiff for fighting? No. I'm going to drop a couple names and you tell me. John Jones, Mike Tyson, Brock Lesnar. Now ask that question again. I've always felt much more comfortable doing either chin-up or neutral grip, but pronated pull-ups. Okay. Peterson promoted the carnivore diet. If it was not for him, no one would be out there doing it, and it's going to kill thousands and thousands of people. What do you think of Eddie Hall gaining strength? I don't know that he gained strength on a carnivore diet. I don't believe that. Can you still deadlift? I don't know. I can't deadlift over 600 right now. I'll get back there eventually. Do I even need to deadlift over 600 again? Do I really need to, though? I feel like if I just get back to 585 plus, I'll be happy. I'm getting older, man. I don't need to be pulling 650. It's just, as long as I'm well up into the 500s, that could be enough. Do you still? Yeah, I coach full time, man. Right? Yeah, Vino says don't want to be shut at 12 to 15%. There you go. I think that's a good spot for most dudes. You're getting more activity on your stream, Jason, talking about I'm telling you, man, non-fitness stuff. It's been trickling them in. Some of them have been hitting some big views later too. But yeah, Twan, I still coach. Do you need coaching, dude? I got slots open right now. Come on over. Hey, man, come on over. Shoot me a message on Facebook. Let's get you rolling, man. Let's run with it, dude. These fools are living in a fantasy world. They want to look like a cadaver naturally, right? Thoughts on a punch bag versus Bob dummy shape? I don't know. Coach lifting 600 to 60. Why is he promoting any diet? He's not qualified. Yeah, this Peterson guy that he promoted that whole carnivore thing. Do you have any coaching slots open in the future? I have them open today, and tomorrow's in the future too. Your 505 reps on the deadlift is great to maintain. There we go. I was happy with that. Do you do dating coaching? No, but I might need to. Do we need to open up that service? Pancake, do we need to open up that service? You're saying your girl said you too vanilla in the bedroom. Do you need to hire a coach to give you some pointers? We can do that, man. I don't need to coach. We can do consultation, man. You hit me up on a one-off consultation. I'll teach you how to eat your girl's booty. Everything will be good. All right. The taming of Eli. I like this new Jason. The past 2 years feel like your persona has been down a bit in the dumps. Now you're happy, it seems. Please don't slow yourself to be like that again. A lot of stuff's changed, man. Matt O says, I'm almost 50 and have some shoulder issues in the past. Do you think Zercher squat is a great alternative to back squat? I'm enjoying them and no shoulder pain. So, Matt O, back squats hurt your shoulders. Zercher squats do not. All then do is archer squats. I don't have a problem with this. Right? Run with it. As long as you can progress on them, by all means. Right? I've trained for years, and maybe twice in my life has been really strong. Actually came in handy. I often wonder if the juice is worth the squeeze in my heart due to the size. It's totally worth the squeeze, man. Did you ever train Joe Frazier? What do you mean in the end? I did coach him like 5 years ago. I coached him I got his deadlift to 405. And then he rotated out. No, I coached him 5 or 6 years ago for a little while. He wanted to get to that 4-plate deadlift. I got him there, and then he moved on. It only took 2 or 3 months. Maybe. Might have been a little longer. I'd have to go check my notes. That's a good question. Do you want to know specifics? Let me pull up the file. Former clients. Is he in there? Did I leave Ted Joe out? Where's he at? There it is. Oh, man, I coached him. The initial, it looks like we broke it up into a couple of sections. So 2020, let me go back to the first day he signed on. The first month I ever coached Joe looks like October of 2020. I think. Yeah. It's been a while. I think he rotated back in for a bit. When did he go out? So the last time I coached, gave any programming for Joe, April of 2021. But we got his deadlift up to 4 plates. And then I haven't really heard from him since then. All right. Best way to decompress the spine after deadlifts, reverse hypers. Weighted hangs are not bad also, though. You definitely missed out on not capitalizing on the insole market by offering, man, pickup artists are such a scam, though, dude. Right? Would you rather be gay or black? Man, I'm not going, why do you guys throw questions like that? Why are you guys trying to trap me in stuff like that? That's not right. Right? Why do you, ALP, why are you trying to trap me into something like that? You know what? Why? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you putting me in that position right here in front of my audience? You know, I'm just saying, dude. I guess if I had to pick one. Do I have to, man, I need a super chat to answer that one. I'm not answering that one for free because I'm going to catch flack. I need a super chat to answer that question. All right. Dang, I'm not sure about your recent video about milk because I read all the dairy is linked to. No, it's not all linked. Did you not read the meta-analysis yourself? Beautiful. Did you not read that meta-analysis? I'll answer that one, Bocephus. For a big enough super chat, I will answer that one. The steroid cycle. What steroid cycle? I'm not even on a steroid cycle. No, beautiful. The thing with dairy and cancer, the only cancer that was associated with dairy intake ever was whole milk, not other dairy, only whole milk specifically with prostate cancer, only at the highest intakes. And it wasn't an enormous risk. Okay. So look at the data a little closer. That's it. That's the only one you have. Is Louis still the best dancer? Dude, Louis was a hell of a dancer, man. You guys saw his Michael Jackson stuff, right? I linked him doing the whole. You guys got to admit, dude, for a white dude, he can dance, right? Come on. Give credit where credit is due. That's why I love lifting heavy, but sometimes I get tennis elbow. How can I deal with that? Let's do some band press downs. High rep band press downs. right? Put that lotion in your motion of the ocean. There you go, coach, dropping bars. All right. Not really. Thoughts on AG1. What is AG1? Have you ever heard about Barry Dean linked to cancer, coach? I just discussed the meta-analysis with you above. Roll back a couple minutes. You definitely shouldn't answer that one, coach. For big enough ALP. You drop me a $10 super chat, I'll answer your question. $10, I'll answer that question. Would I rather be gay, black, or both? You know. All right. Thoughts on the omnivore, carnivore diets and trending around the what? What? I haven't even heard of that. This just sounds ridiculous. The omnivore, carnivore diet that's been trending around the tubes. I just can't, dude. I think you just gave me autism. I don't think Tylenol. I think that question just infected me with it. I'm about to spurg out everywhere. Thoughts on back extensions on glute ham raise machine? It works. Thoughts on east side dumbbell? Instead of west side barbell, it's stupid, ridiculous little sister. That's what it is. East side dumbbell sucks. Trying to compete. They probably don't even have a pit bull with the weight around his neck. They probably got like a cat. They probably got like a house cat with a dumbbell hanging around its neck as their symbol. Right? I just can't. Thoughts on the cannibal carnivore diet? Oh, Godspell for super. I'll totally do it. I'm going to get canceled, though. I will get canceled. Coach on a roll today. Godspell, you drop me a Superman. I'll give you my best impression. Just be aware I'm going to get canceled for it. That's going to be the end of Blaha. It needs to be a pretty good Superman if you're trying to get me canceled like that. Let's get a super. There you go, man. Pancake diet. It's true. People are promoting 70% meat and the rest carbs. That's the TDO of the carnivore omnivore. That just sounds like a high protein diet, man. Shake weights will give you all the gains. Have you ever thought about getting an adjustable dumbbell? They're expensive, but save. Man, I got like 3 of those plate loaded. I got 3 different sizes. I even have that massive Mastodon one that Titan makes. I got 3 different sizes of plate loaded dumbbells, and I have like 26 10-pound plates. You know that, right? You're aware of this, right? Oh, man. Do you have an old 401 curve? No. Let's get you tell him, Chris. Let's get a super chat going. Godspell wants my invitation. Oh my God. Why do you guys put me in this position? Why do you guys want me to be put in a position where people are going to call me racist? They'll be like, yo, coach, that was well racialist, as Ali G would say. You know, I'm just saying, man. Why do y'all got to do this to me? Technically, though, I'm Slavic, so like I'm in the clear. That was that one group declared us people of color, actually. I'm really not making that up. Go look it up. We got declared people of color. So that pretty much means I can say whatever I want. That's how it works. I can't do shit. All right. Do you feel the stock market is just a big scam to you? I don't know. Why would you think that I understand the stock market enough to answer this question? Like, but coach, you talked with us about quantum mechanics the other day. You guys were literally talking about the works of Niccolo Machiavelli. How can you not understand stocks? Because I don't know everything. I know about a number of topics That is not one of them. Unfortunately, maybe I should have invested more time into understanding stocks and bonds and how to invest in crypto correctly. I could have been a Bitcoin millionaire. And I could have like 12 of those Gibsons, have them in 12 different colors. Peppermint said, what's going on, Peppermint? How you doing, man? Are you good, bro? They're trying to get a super chat in here for me to talk black. That's going to get me canceled. Why would you guys do that to me? Okay. Hey, Jason, does HCG work really well with TRT? I'm thinking you need to talk to your doctor on that one. I was talking about crypto. I just cash all my crypto out. I have people who pay me in crypto. We declared it solid for people. This whole group in California did a number of years ago. Go look it up, Herbert. I am a person of color. I am Slavic. We're not regular crackers. We're like crackers with a little bit of flavor added, like a little pop, right? There's a little bit of cayenne pepper pop right there in that cracker. We're spicy. We're spicy. You know what? I'm going to call your mama BS. How dare you? How dare you? We're flavor cracker. Little spices in it. Pops in your mouth. We shiv you. Right? All right. What do you do for investments? I'm not going to discuss all of that. Right? You're an idiot, Chris. It has no instinctive value to get to a teddy bear. I thought the coach is keeping the young mama comebacks alive. That's right. He just told me that I'm not a person of color. Let's head back over to talking about some training. Let's talk about some Slav squats. Right? Suka balayet. Right? That's what I'm talking about. Let's talk training. We were talking about Slavs. I'm Slavic. Look at the last name. My last name literally translates to good in English. Squat 4 or 5 every day. Do you have a recovery protocol? It's called sleep and protein. Sleep and protein is my recovery protocol. Keeping that stress level low. Manage that stress. All right. Also go balls deep in Hubert's mom. That helps. All right. Sounds like a skill issue to me, Pancake. S&P is a what? Why are you guys going to talk about stocks and trading in the stock markets in here? You know that this is not. Right? Blue. It's Blaha. They're more like Blaha. You can also add the J to it. That's also a variation. There's a J in the middle. That's a silent J. Right? And my grandma's maiden name was Prajak with a Z. Prajak. Right? That's also Slavic, specifically Czech. So we had great grandma Prajak, who did not speak English, by the way, who used to babysit me. I was about 2 years old. All right, okay, I understand. Just be careful with the keeping cash in the bank accounts. What? In this economy, y'all got cash. All right. Do you think about gold and other precious metals? I've cleaned up. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Peppermint, I'm gonna have to patent the goach we're talking about instead of the goat and coach. It's not as bad as some of the other trolling stuff. I'll run with it, man. With the goat and with coach all in one. Goach. It's like Gucci. I don't know, man. I don't know. What else we got going? You have to remember with me. I don't care about the fitness world. We don't care. I don't discuss the fitness community. We talk about other current events. I'm the only fitness person that matters. Just get a loan and put it in gold, free money. Go, coach, is what it means. There we go. Dread says power. Oh. But we don't know about no vegan game. What are you talking about? Who is that? I don't even know who she is. I don't even know who she is. Who is that? All right. So you guys are going to talk about the stock market. I might as well just shut the stream down at this point. Y'all are boring the hell out of me. Hypothetically, if you could receive $1 million for each pound of muscle you lose, how much? I'd lose 2-3 pounds of muscle, and I would be able to use that to make all sorts of other money. We'd be good. Right? Jason, the best fitness influence. Appreciate it, man. I'm going to go with 3. I'd lose 3 pounds of muscle for $3 million. I feel like I could do a lot with that. There's not many stronger. There are not many my age, but there are people stronger than me. Let's keep it fitness related, or at least current events. You guys are talking way too much economics, and it's quite frankly, it's boring, man. This is not what we do here, right? Why do guys? This is 2025. Why do we even bring up the Colorado experiment anymore? Like, why is Arthur Jones even discussed in 2025? Guys, come on. Are we serious? He was just a con man who sold machines. That's it. You know? But yeah, no, you're right. You can regain it pretty quick. It can be regained relatively quickly. Muscle memory is a very powerful thing. You know? Who is your favorite field athlete? Why would anyone want Genova to come back? Jesus Christ. No. Who's your favorite field athlete ever? I don't know. It needs to be a hot girl, though. All right. All right. Let me think. A really attractive female lifter. Oh, wait. We said power lifter. She's a favorite power lifter. Someone said field athlete. I don't know. Some volleyball girl. I don't know. All of them. Thought as a libertarian, you'd be more into stocks. I'm not really a true libertarian. I just lean in that direction. I don't really have a specific political ideology. Yeah, Genova fans are complete weirdos. As a general rule, if you're a Genova fan, there's something psychologically really wrong with you. Right? Do you like lean beef patty? She's all right. I know who she is. Okay. If you're a Genova fan, you take Tylenol, probably. I mean, we've had this discussion earlier too, didn't we? Do you think would win 100 men or a gorilla? I think 100 men. The gorilla, there's no scenario. There is literally no scenario where the gorilla successfully takes on 100 men. I'm sorry, it's just stupidity. Guys, it doesn't matter who you know. It doesn't matter, man. Just move on. Y'all don't want to know. All right. It's really not worth even knowing. To be honest, even finding it out will waste 30 minutes of your life that you will never get back. Let me be clear, you will not get the time back. So you have been warned. He's a dude who took a lot of Tylenol. Yeah. Man, thanks for the heads up, coach. You're welcome. That's what I do, man. I try to help people. Right? Who was motivating? No, he wasn't. He wasn't motivating at all. What are you talking about? No, absolutely not. I didn't even drop any supers, man. Man, I didn't get a super all day, not in the morning either. Have you coached pregnant women? No. No. I have not coached pregnant women. Jason, nicotine pouches aren't that bad for you. You know what? I don't think you should take them, to be honest, man. You know, if you're asking my honest opinion, no, I don't think you should be taking a bunch of nicotine patches. Come on now. Did you ever speak to Genova? Yeah, I had to block him. I had to block his phone number. I told you guys that came up in that podcast. Remember? Dude, Genova would call me at like 2 in the morning and wake me up, begging for money. Jason, I need you to lend me $50. I need it in cash or I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm like, why are you what? Why are you waking me up? And this really happened, by the way. I am not joking. It's a tuber, Kenshiro, who is very, very, very far on the autistic spectrum to the point where he had to have a guardian. And they eventually took him off the internet because he got really taken advantage of badly. He was also on lots of steroids while being unable to actually handle his own matters legally. Like he had to have a guardian appointed. Right. So he would call me asking for money, and he needed it in cash. He needed me to mail it to him, like tomorrow. And I'm like, no, I'm not sending you money. And it was this long explanation of why he was going to die of a heart attack if I didn't send him $50 in cash. It had to be in cash so that his mom couldn't get it because she controlled his accounts. He needed it for steroids. I'm not kidding. All right. Hey, Jason, if someone had posterior pelvic tilt during a squat, the muscle is likely tightened, which exhibited potentially hamstrings. Work on box squats. That'll help. Yeah, despite his disabilities, he was smart enough to scam others. Yeah, there was some of that. Yeah, that really happened. I didn't beg him for money back. I didn't beg him for money back at all. I hung up on him. So don't fucking wake me up at 2 in the morning. Right. What are you doing? I just can't. This is really what he said. I'm not trolling you, dude. I'm dead serious. I'm waking up because I saw the name. I knew. I'm like, God damn, what's he want? Literally telling me. It's like I'm not even awake and I hear him on the phone. I'm like half awake at this point, guys. I mean, I'm just like, anyone making fun of him is getting a guaranteed ticket to hell. To some extent, yeah. I mean, the dude is really special needs. Kinshiro, why do you think Jay Cutler made? Probably less drugs. I mean, Jay Cutler was his own type of genetic freak. Not saying Ronnie Coleman wasn't. Right? Dan, what's up, mate? Hope all is good. Yeah, it's good, man. We're doing, dude. We're doing. We're getting it done. We are getting it done. I do think, though, it is probably about time to wind this one down. You know what I'm saying, guys? We did over an hour. Didn't we do an hour in coffee chat this morning? Oh, man. For hamstrings, you prefer lying or seated leg curls. Why don't you do some reverse hypers, some glute ham raises, some good morning, some RDLs? How about you do some of that stuff? Right? How about you do that? All right. I think I'm going to shut the Facebook down. Shutting down the Facebook stream. Ooh. Shutting down the Facebook stream. All right, guys. It won't be that late of a day. I go to bed pretty early, man. I got to do a client call in the morning after my run. I'll get a coffee chat for you guys and gals tomorrow. I will get you a coffee chat there. All right, I'll make it happen before I run. So I'm going to probably run in the morning after my coffee chat. So I'll catch you guys then. How's that sound? So catch me in the morning, man. So take care, guys. I love you. Oh, wait, we didn't get a forearm shot before we left. What we got? We didn't rate the forearms today. How are we rating the forearms out of 10 today? Where we at? How we doing? All right. Appreciate you. Got to rate the quads today too. How we doing on the legs? We got to get some ratings. All right. There we go. So I had to do that before we leave. You want a Genova impression before I go? Hold on. I got to get the camera right at my nose. That's the important thing. You got to get the camera literally looking up your nostrils to do a Genova impression. The camera has to be pointed up the nose. That's critical. And you got to say something about Padme and being a sickening, pissening Anakin Skywalker or something. All right. All right, guys. No, he didn't outlive me. But we're out. Love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.